How to use a rice cooker. 9 easy steps to perfect rice. Using a rice cooker is a simple and effective way to prepare perfectly cooked rice every time. Gone are the days of guessing the correct water-to-rice ratio or fretting over burnt rice stuck to the bottom of a pot. With the advancement of technology, rice cookers have revolutionized the culinary world, offering convenience and reliability. They not only guarantee fluffy and delicious rice, but also free up the cook to focus on other dishes. Many modern rice cookers come with advanced features that maintain the warmth of the rice after it's cooked, eliminating the need to reheat it. Whether you're a seasoned chef or a beginner in the kitchen, mastering the use of a rice cooker can elevate your cooking skills and save precious time. Understanding the right steps and techniques ensures that you achieve the desired results consistently. What is a rice cooker? Rice cookers are dedicated and extremely popular kitchen appliances designed to cook rice to perfection with minimal effort. Typically, they consist of a heating element, an inner cooking pot, and a lid. Users simply add the desired amount of rice and water, and the machine handles the rest, adjusting the temperature and cooking time automatically. Once the rice is cooked, many models will switch to a keep warm mode, ensuring the rice remains at an ideal temperature without overcooking. The convenience of a rice cooker makes it a popular choice for many households around the world. Step-by-step guide. Step 1. Choose your type of rice. Before you begin, decide on the type of rice you want to prepare. There are numerous varieties out there, like white rice, brown rice, basmati, jasmine rice, and sticky rice. Each type has its unique taste and texture. I recommend having a variety of these in your pantry so you're ready for any dish. Step 2. Measuring the rice. For most recipes, a standard measuring cup is all you need. Measure out the quantity you require. If you're cooking for a small group, starting with 1 cup of rice is a good idea. Step 3. Rinsing the rice. This step is crucial. Always rinse the rice before cooking to get rid of excess starch and impurities. Put your cup of rice in a bowl, fill it with water, swirl it around, and then drain. Repeat until the water is clear. This process ensures that you get the best rice possible every time. Step 4. Water-to-rice ratio. This ratio varies depending on the type of rice you're preparing. For long-grain white rice, I recommend a 1 to 1.75 ratio. That means if you've measured out 1 cup of rice, you'll need to add 1 3/4 cups of water to your rice cooker. However, always check your rice cooker's manual, as ratios can differ slightly between brands. Step 5. Seasoning and flavoring. While plain rice is delicious, sometimes you might want to jazz things up. You can add a dash of salt or throw in some bay leaves or cardamom pods for added flavor. For dishes like pilaf, you might even want to use broth instead of water. Step 6. Starting the rice cooker. Once your rice and water are in the cooker, close the lid. Set the mode depending on the type of rice you're cooking, like white rice or brown rice, and start the cooking process by turning on the cooker. Modern rice cookers will automatically adjust the cooking time for different types of rice. Step 7. Let the rice sit. After your rice cooker indicates that the rice is done, don't rush. Let the rice sit in the cooker with the lid on for another 10 to 15 minutes. This step allows for even cooking and ensures you get perfect rice every time. Step 8. Fluffing and serving. Now, it's time to open the cooker. Use a rice paddle to fluff the rice gently. This action will release any remaining steam and prevent the rice from becoming overly sticky. Step 9. Storing leftovers. If you've made a large batch of rice and have leftovers, allow the rice to cool to room temperature. Store it in an airtight container and refrigerate. You can easily reheat it in the microwave or on the stove with a splash of water. Rice-to-water ratio. Long-grain white rice. For perfectly cooked long-grain white rice, use a 1 to 1.75 ratio. This means for every 1 cup of rice, add 1 3/4 cups of water. This ratio ensures fluffy and separate grains of rice, ideal for dishes like stir-fries or pilaf. Medium grain white rice. To achieve the perfect texture, use a 1 to 1.5 ratio when cooking medium grain white rice. This means for every 1 cup of rice, add 1 1/2 cups of water. The slightly shorter cooking time and sticky texture make it great for sushi or rice pudding. Short grain white rice. With a 1 minute and 1.5 seconds ratio, short grain white rice becomes soft and slightly sticky. For 1 cup of rice, add 1 1/2 cups of water. This rice variety is commonly used in dishes like risotto or rice bowls. Long grain brown rice. To cook long grain brown rice to perfection, use a 1 to 2.25 ratio. This means for every 1 cup of rice, add 2¼ cups of water. The extra water and longer cooking time results in tender and nutty grains, suitable for pilafs or grain bowls. Parboiled rice. Parboiled rice requires a 1 to 2 ratio for optimal results. For 1 cup of rice, add 2 cups of water. The parboiling process before milling makes the rice grains firmer and less sticky. It is commonly used in dishes like biryani or jambalaya. Basmati or jasmine rice. Achieve fragrant and fluffy basmati or jasmine rice by using a 1 to 1.5 ratio. For 1 cup of rice, add 1½ cup of water. The aromatic nature of these rice varieties makes them perfect for dishes like curry or pilaf. Quinoa. Cook quinoa to perfection with a 1 to 2 ratio. For 1 cup of quinoa, add 2 cups of water. This superfood grain becomes light and fluffy when cooked, making it a versatile ingredient in salads, side dishes, or as a substitute for rice. Safety precautions. 1. Ensure your rice cooker is in optimal condition. It's essential to make sure your rice cooker is in good shape before using it. If you notice that there's leftover water in the rice cooker after it's finished cooking, it might indicate a defective model that needs replacing. I recommend frequently checking your appliance for any wear and tear, especially the heating element. When you aim to make perfect rice, it's not just about the rice cooker recipe, but also ensuring that the appliance works correctly. 2. Rinse the rice properly. I can't emphasize enough the importance of rinsing your rice before cooking. This simple step can make a significant difference in the outcome of your rice. Not only does it help in removing impurities and excess starch, but it also prevents the rice from sticking to the cooker, ensuring you get the best texture. So, the next time you decide to cook your rice, remember that rinsing can be the difference between a good batch and a perfect one. 3. Be cautious with non-stick materials. Many rice cookers come with non-stick inner pots to help you achieve that ideal rice texture. However, it's crucial to treat these non-stick materials with care. I recommend avoiding placing them in dishwashers, even if they're advertised as dishwasher safe. The harsh environment of a dishwasher may damage the non-stick layers over time. When you're looking to make perfect rice every time, ensure that the pot remains in its best condition by hand washing it gently with mild soap. 4. Be mindful of the lid. Some rice cookers come with lids that lock in place, while others have more freely sitting ones. No matter the type, always be careful when lifting the lid. Steam can escape rapidly, and trust me, it's scorching. I recommend using an oven mitt or cloth when checking if your rice is ready. Troubleshooting tips. 1. Not rinsing. The stickiness culprit. One of the most frequent missteps with a rice maker is skipping the rinsing step. When you omit this crucial process, you'll likely end up with a sticky and clumped together batch of rice. Why does this happen? The rice grains have excess starch on their surfaces. Rinsing the rice helps remove the starch, leading to fluffier and more separated grains. So, the next time you're about to dump rice straight from the bag to the cooker, remember to give it a good rinse until the water runs clear. 2. Water imbalance. Dry or soggy outcome. Getting the water ratio right is crucial for the perfect rice consistency. If your rice turns out too dry, even after following the rice maker's guidelines, there's a chance you've let the rice sit for too long after the rice is done. Conversely, too much water can leave you with a mushy mess. An essential tip here is to keep an eye on your rice as it cooks and make adjustments in the future. And if your rice maker has a keep warm function, don't let the rice stay on it for an extended period as it can dry out the grains. 3. Scorched bottoms. When the heat is too much. It's disheartening to find the bottom layer of your rice burnt or overly browned. This issue often arises from either residue sticking to the pot or the cooker staying on for too long after the rice is done. To prevent the rice from adhering to the bottom, make sure the pot is pristine and free from old grains. Rinsing the rice also plays a part here by removing some of the starch that can cause sticking. Furthermore, once you sense the rice is done, promptly turn the cooker off to avoid overcooking. Final thoughts. Using a rice cooker to make rice delicious and perfectly cooked is a straightforward process. By understanding the specific kind of rice you're preparing and the correct ratio of water to rice, you can avoid common issues like rice sticking to the bottom of the pot. While many might opt to cook rice on the stove, The convenience of a rice cooker offers consistent results each time. Simply measure the rice, rinse to remove excess starch, and follow the recommended water ratio. As you become familiar with your rice cooker, you'll appreciate how effortless it is to prepare rice in the rice cooker compared to traditional methods.